Okay, so who's hosting? Are you hosting, Jess, or is Felicity?
I am, but she's with help from Felicity.
Okay. Are you excited, Felicity?
Yeah.
Be a guest star on our show?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Are you going to keep leaning out of the frame? Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I never think about food, but because I'm not eating, all I can think about is food.
Oh, yeah. How long is your fast?
96 hours.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
So far, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. You're supposed to feel better afterwards, and it's supposed to kill any bad stuff in your body. It's supposed to be really good for you, but it's just like having the willpower to actually do it is a whole other situation.
It's that, and it's also your daily routine, right? You get up, okay, I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm going to, whatever you normally eat. And your body's just
still
trained.
have to make them food. So it's like,
yeah. And then it's like, oh, that smells good. I'll take a little bite.
oh gosh. And I was like, well, okay, so we're done on Saturday. So then I'm going to go and get a coffee, and feels like, no. You can't just go get a coffee. Like, you have to eat chicken broth. I was like,
you got to ease your guts back into it. Yeah.
Right.
Then you're thinking, whose terrible idea was this?
His.
Yours. Oh, it was his? I thought it was yours.
Idea. It was his idea.
Okay.
But anyways, so yeah, we're here. I'm almost 24 hours in, so I might as well just keep going.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my feet don't reach the ground if I want to frame up my face. Oh. And so my seat keeps rolling backwards.
You need an apple box.
So I do. Yeah. Or a throne. I'll just bring in a throne.
Yes, a throne. Yes. What are you doing? All right. We ready to get started?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, great. I'm ready too. Welcome to Love on the Pod, a podcast about all the cheesy romantic TV movies that we adore. I'm Jessica.
I'm Felicity.
And I'm Sherri.
And again, Danny's not here.
No.
Instead of Danny, we decided let's sub in somebody from the bench, and that is Felicity.
Hi.
My 9-year-old daughter. So she picked our movie this week, which is A Paris Proposal. And we watched it together. And then I just watched it again by myself.
Great. It was great.
And now we're here to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it about a week ago. So I was frantically trying to refresh myself by reading my notes again because I've seen several things since I watched that.
Yeah, we watched
it's going to be fun to talk about.
Yeah, we watched it a week ago, and then I just watched it again today. So I'll give you guys a little rundown of the movie. So Anna and Sebastian travel to his hometown of Paris to land the ad account of famed Durand diamonds. And they end up in a tricky situation when the client mistakes them for a happy couple. This was released on February 11th, 2023. It was part of Hallmark's Loveuary event. And it stars
a little bit older.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't remember ever hearing about this movie.
No, me either.
At all.
It's great.
Felicity liked it.
Yes, Alexa Penavega and Nicholas Bishop. It was directed by Jessica Harmon, who we love. She directed Rip in Time. She directed Tip Lane Mysteries, Angel Tree. We got to get her on the pod because we love her. She makes great movies. And it was written by Andrea Canning, who also wrote A Merry Scottish Christmas, which was a holiday movie with Lacey Chabert from 2024, I believe.
So...
yeah. And then she also did the teleplay for Christmas Bedtime Stories. So a writer that has produced a lot of movies that we like as well. They filmed this movie in Bulgaria and in Paris. So went abroad and did some filming. A lot of the specific to Paris locations were in Bulgaria. And then the ones where you kind of know, like the Eiffel Tower and the Alexander Trois Bridge. That's obviously in Paris. But a lot of the other stuff was done in Bulgaria.
You could have fooled me. I wouldn't have known.
No.
I read that too.
No.
But I've never been there.
And, we looked at Bulgaria a bit on one of the movies that they filmed there. And it seemed like the architecture was very similar in a lot of places to Paris. So.
Yeah, very old.
Yes. Yeah. I think it blends together. So. All right. Do we want to talk initial thoughts?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you think, Felicity?
Go first.
The movie's great.
What are
She
your
enjoyed it.
initial thoughts before we get into details?
Okay.
You liked it? It was a good one?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you like most about it?
That they're in Paris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your auntie is just flying home from her European adventure right now as we speak. Yeah. So my daughter Ava is coming home from London. She's been on a 2-week trip with her 3 best friends to Paris and London, and the pictures are amazing. She's been sending me photos, and so she'll send me a picture of her in front of the Eiffel Tower, and then I will go into Photoshop and take out all the other tourists around it. So it looks like she's having her own little personal experience there. She's really not. There's a lot of people there, but yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to hear about everything that they did and all the things that they saw.
I know. Yeah. The pictures tell such a great story. So I'm excited to hear the actual stories.
They look so happy there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mom, what did you think of this movie?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a couple years old. It doesn't seem like, well, that's only a couple years old. It doesn't seem like it's dated or anything. I really enjoyed it. It had some comedic aspects to it. It had some predictability. You know, it had the typical villain guy, which we'll talk about later. I hate that guy.
Right up there with Ted. I'm going to make a voodoo doll.
Yes. But I really enjoyed it. Alexa Penavega, anything she's in, I don't think there's been anything that she's done that I haven't enjoyed. So I'm excited to talk about this one. And I wore my little scarf. I learned a new tying technique. I might have to do a scarf tying tutorial for Instagram because this is my new go-to. It's a little rosebud.
Your Parisian
Super
rose.
easy.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't wear my pink beret. I do have one, but I decided it wouldn't go with the headphones. So,
well, you got to put that on our Instagram.
Yeah.
The little tutorial.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do.
I like to do that. And I told you I forgot that I was going to make scarves part of my wardrobe, so I need to start doing it again.
Oh yeah. Yep. Super easy.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here with this movie.
Okay.
And I think that this is my favorite Hallmark movie I've ever seen that's not a holiday movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I felt like it was more cinematic than a normal Hallmark movie typically is. I felt like the cinematography was better. I just felt like everything was clicking. Everything was working.
I agree. And it wasn't, they say it's in Paris. It wasn't just like, here's a picture of the Eiffel Tower. And then you don't know for the rest of the movie. It could be Alabama for all we know. No, they really were intentional about showing the background, showing the landscape. And I really appreciated that because you felt more immersed in the movie, I think.
Yep. Well, and little things like when they're sitting in, I think they're either in the hotel or a cafe, but they have the first shot is like a spy shot through the window of them, and then they jump inside. And those are the kinds of little things that you don't always see a lot in Hallmark movies because they're moving very quickly. They don't have the budget or whatever it is. But those little things make it feel like a more fully developed movie, I think.
And it's little things like that made me think in my little photographer's brain, not little, but my photographer's brain, that if I ever travel abroad or anywhere, those kinds of shots are so cool. Don't just take a picture inside the coffee shop, have someone take a picture from the outside. It's really, like you said, the cinematography is great. So
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, well done, Hallmark.
He says every time you bang this, the microphone's going to pick it up. Okay. So try to leave it if you want to.
No tap dancing while we're podcasting.
Spending 5 hours editing, yeah. Okay, so let's jump into the movie recap. So Anna, who is played by Alexa Penavega, is a detail-oriented account manager, and Sebastian, who's played by Nicholas Bishop, is a charming but impulsive creative director. And they work at the same New York advertising agency. They do not see eye to eye on much, but they're unexpectedly paired on a big client pitch, and it just happens to be in Paris. So it's funny because this movie is not that old, but I am not used to seeing her hair straight anymore because she always wears it curly now. And so I was like, oh, wow, that's like very severe. So pulled back, so like greased down.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's like, what's her name that was in the Junebug movie?
Yes.
Joy something, Joy. No, it wasn't Bethany. Rachel? Anyway, she starts out very buttoned up. And as she kind of relaxes and eases into her creative side, you see the softening, and I really like it.
Yep. Yeah, they oftentimes will try to tell a bit of the story with the clothing and the styling
Mhm.
of the hair and makeup and stuff.
They do that well.
Yeah. Did you have anything to say about the beginning of the movie, Felicity?
No.
No. Okay. So their boss, Caroline, sends both Anna and Sebastian to Paris to pitch a major ad campaign to Durand Diamonds. And Anna is nervous and she wants everything to go perfectly. She wants everything to be inside the box and by the book and done from A to Z. And Sebastian is definitely more laid back and insists that they'll find the story once they get there. That's what will happen. He's like, let's just go with the flow. Let's figure it out. A very French, like laissez-faire, right type of attitude of like, we'll figure it out. It'll come to us. It doesn't all have to be written.
Autumn Reeser, by the way.
Autumn
That's who I
Reeser,
was talking about.
not Rachel at all.
No, not Bethany.
Autumn Reeser, yes. Yeah, they totally do that in that movie really, really well.
Yeah.
So when they're talking about going to Paris and he asks her something about, does she know anything about France? And she's like, oh, yeah, the toast and the manicures. It's all great.
What are you even saying?
Yes, the Americanized things that we have here that we call France.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. And I also thought that office building that they were in really looked a lot like the office from Mr. Manhattan.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think that it was.
I wonder.
They didn't film in the same place, but it looked like where he gets the person down from the scissor lift in that big wide open office. They looked very similar, but maybe fancy offices all look the same. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anything to add?
No.
No, not right now. Okay.
I have like 50 no.
You have
Jump in when you're ready.
don't have anything right now?
No.
Okay. So at the pitch meeting with the Durands and their marketing director, a mix-up is what happens. And that leads to the Durands believing that Anna and Sebastian are not only together, but they are married. And since they don't want to offend the client, they decide to play along, which is weird because
Why wouldn't you just say something?
But then we have no.
Yeah, sure. Then we'd have no movie. And okay, so why is Gabriel or Gabriel? How do you pronounce it? Why is he always there? He's a competing ad agency.
Yeah,
I know he's a friend.
Yeah, if he was their in-house marketing director, then I would understand it more. But yeah, he seems to have a different agency. And yeah, that's very weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting fact, though, because when I'm watching, I'm thinking, this guy's got a terrible French accent. Just awful. But I will tell you, Daniel Lund, who plays Gabriel Blanchett, resident villain, his mom is French and his father is Swedish. They lived in Sweden until he was 7, and then they moved to Paris, where he speaks fluent English, Swedish, and French. So that French accent apparently is real. To me, it sounded like a very, with the Z's instead of the S's and everything. I thought, wow, this guy must be from Canada or America or something.
Yeah.
It didn't sound right to me, but apparently he
Maybe
is French.
it's the combination of the Swedish and French accents.
Maybe.
Together. It's like Phil will get that a lot from people when he says he's from Canada. Most people don't hear a Canadian accent when they talk to him, but that's, I think, because all the different places he's lived have like balanced it out. So it's like become neutral. You can't tell where it's from.
True. Yeah. So it affects his accent.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I guess if he was born in Sweden, then until 7, he had a Swedish accent and then moved to France. That would probably impact the way you speak quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of accents, I could tell right out of the gate that Nicholas Bishop was not French.
I really like Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, no.
I don't like his character.
No.
No.
Yeah, Nicholas Bishop, who plays Sebastian, you could just hear his British accent coming through here and there.
Yeah.
I feel that French accent isn't real.
No, it's not. No. He's British.
It sounded real at the start, but now it's not.
So I think he did a pretty good job, but just every once in a while, it was enough that I thought, oh, I don't think he's French. I think he's British.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking British or Australian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked it up as well.
Yeah. So.
But can we say that the initial meeting in the lobby with Anna in that pink tweed suit? I love.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with her pink blazer. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yes.
And when Sebastian said, I loved you in Legally Blonde, by the way, I don't know if that was scripted or if that was in the script, but it was hilarious. So if that was part of the writers, well done.
So funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The styling in this movie was just wonderful. I'll talk a bit about the costume designer later. She has like very little online presence, but I would really like to talk to her because this movie
was great.
So good.
Outstanding.
Felicity liked it.
Yes. Anna does initially want to correct this misunderstanding, but the Durans are so delighted by their love story, which aligns, with their branding for their diamond company that they want to bring to America, which I'm also like, this giant diamond company still in 2023 is not selling in America. That seems very weird. Yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their boss is excited that they have had a successful first pitch meeting. And so they're like, okay, well, we can't go back now. We can't tell them that we lied because we'll get fired for sure. So a big chunk of the movie is obviously them trying to figure out what their pitch is going to be and also exploring Paris. And like we said before, they really do show Paris a lot. It's not like a Greek recipe for romance where it could be pretty much any European country. They
could be outside of an Olive Garden.
Yeah.
They specifically show a lot of scenery in Paris and they're cutting in between scenes with it. It's connecting things together, which I love. It's not just jumping from dialogue scene to dialogue scene to dialogue scene. So anyways, yeah, I really liked that.
Yeah, and it's blended together really well too. It doesn't feel choppy at all. Like you said, it's not from here to here to here. It's smooth and the transitions are great. And I just really, I love the comedy in it because when they are first doing a pitch and Gabriel says something about, he's very pompous with his greasy hair and he's like, their initial idea was, well, it's a little what the Americans say pedestrian. And Sebastian goes, well, you're a little what we call an F. And then they cut him off. And I'm like, what? That was great, Hallmark.
Yeah.
Can't come right out and say it. But that was pretty funny.
Yeah, there were several moments in this movie that were a little left of center from what Hallmark typically does. Just being not raunchy or inappropriate, but just a little bit pushing it.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought it was a newer movie. That's why I thought it had just come out because I think we're seeing a little bit more of that now.
Yep. I will say that as soon as I saw her pull out her camera and start taking pictures of people, I'm like, okay, they're going to use that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There's a reason for this.
Yep.
The film they made for it was actually great.
Yes, it was. That's true.
Felicity, what did you think of the mimes?
Oh, yeah.
The mimes
in the park.
They're creepy.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cute scene, though.
Yeah. But the castle, whatever, big building in the background was actually really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much beautiful scenery. Oh, Mom, you're frozen. Mom,
trying to
are you there?
Am I here? Am I here?
Hello, Mom, it's frozen. Mom, it's frozen.
Oh, you're gonna cut this out, right?
No, I like to keep in my random singing.
Are you actually gonna?
No, I'm gonna cut it out, obviously. Okay, let's go back to your notes.
Okay, hi. But we left off at the mine.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So we're talking about the mimes.
Yeah, they're creepy.
But you like the building behind it.
Yeah.
What was creepy about them?
Their faces.
The makeup on their faces?
Oh, the makeup. And that's something that they still do, mostly for tourists. I looked that up, too, to see if mimes are still...
Did Ava see any mimes?
I don't think she did. But they're typically in very touristy places, put on little shows. But I thought that was a cute little interaction to show, Sebastian was really trying to get Anna to come out of her shell and not be so buttoned up, and she finally did kind of loosen up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it was. There was this one part in the movie when Sebastian accidentally pours something on Anna, like spills a little bit, like a drink, and then Anna whole entire drink head.
That's right. Yeah,
that's really funny.
That was very funny. I liked that part too. So as they are working together, is Phoebe in here?
Yeah, she is my baby.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So Phoebe, if Phil's not home, she's like, every noise she thinks is him coming home. So anyways, as they work closely, Anna and Sebastian, they begin to understand each other. Anna starts to see his creativity and his brilliance in that. And he starts to admire her drive and her insight. And their kind of cutthroat banter starts to soften and their chemistry becomes noticeable, right?
Apparent.
Yes, to the outside viewer. And then
I love Anna's hair down and curly. It's just so pretty.
Yes, it is very pretty. Yeah, I like the ponytail. She can definitely pull off the ponytail, like the half up, half down, but I love it. When it's
down.
I mean, she has super curly hair, so they've blown it out straight and then curled it.
Yeah.
So then, unfortunately, Sebastian's parents invite them to dinner to their house.
The flowers in there, the white flowers, are actually really pretty.
In their house?
Yeah. And also, it's funny when Sebastian's mom says that he's afraid of dolls.
Yes, that he's afraid of dolls.
Yeah. Dolls can be creepy. Yeah. When Anna go ahead. Go ahead, Felicity.
I used to use my mom's phone and go on Pinterest and look up creepy dolls. So I'd look at
remember that
dolls with no eyeballs, and it's just black and hollow and black cracks on their face. Literally.
And you were young, really young, and it didn't scare you at all.
I was 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Yeah.
I think you were younger than 6. Yeah.
Even younger. Yeah.
4 or 5 or 3, probably.
Yeah. And you would ask people for their phones. Can I look at creepy dolls?
Yeah. Well, and when Anna got the phone call from the parents, she was in that sweatshirt that I told you about, Jess, the fancy sweatshirt. I looked it up online. I couldn't find the exact one. It was so cute. It had the silhouette of a woman's face and a beret, and it said something about Francie instead of fancy. I did find one very similar on Etsy, and I may have to order that because it's so stinking cute.
Yeah. I liked it too because it had the little drawstring detail at the bottom.
Yeah, it was a little cropped. Yeah, I like that.
I love Anna's shirt or bottoms, or maybe it's a dress. It's the black and white sweater that she wears in the movie.
With the flower on it?
Yeah, it's really.
I loved that. Yeah.
Super pretty.
Cute.
Yeah, lots of black and white outfits in this movie.
Yeah, I feel the sweater is really my favorite.
Yeah, but it's very pretty.
The pink blazer is really good, though.
Yes, that's true.
Well, when they're at the parents' house for dinner, I noticed that they had very big wine glasses, like a wine goblet, and they were full almost to the very top. Is that a Paris thing? I was thinking that is a whole lot of wine.
The goblet from Harry Potter.
The goblet?
Oh, the goblet.
Yeah. It's really big.
It's like the giant
wine in there.
What do they call it? A chalice that the priest uses at Catholic mass, and everybody drinks out of it. But they each had their own full. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. They were huge. So that dinner was kind of awkward because his parents, very awkward. His parents, his mom was pretty nice, but his dad was definitely trying to point out all of his past mistakes. He has not forgiven him for apparently setting their department store on fire with flamethrowers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if I'd have forgiven him yet either.
That's kind of a big oopsie.
It was millions of damage.
Yeah.
Not so good.
They asked them the story of how did Sebastian propose to Anna, and they made up this elaborate story about the Empire State Building and how he's so afraid of heights. So she wasn't sure. She had to drag him out of the elevator, and that was very cute. They kind of played off of each other and made up this ridiculous story.
Though.
It was funny.
Yeah. Yep. Did you have something else?
No.
To say? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to keep talking. Yeah. And then his mom is like, I didn't know you were afraid of heights. Since when?
Yeah, that was actually really funny.
Okay. So they have this dinner. Now Sebastian's parents think that they're married as well and that they've just never met her and that's fine. Cool. Good for you.
They say they were married for like a year.
A year. They've
Yeah.
been married for a year.
But
haven't told their parents.
Yes.
But that just tells you how estranged they are. Still, they're still not talking very often.
Yeah. He lives in America. He doesn't talk to his parents.
Yeah.
So.
There's one thing I'd like to say.
Okay.
That Sebastian's drink order is way too long.
Oh, his coffee order?
Yeah.
I have something to say about his coffee order too. We're going to get there soon. And
Okay. Yeah, you're in the coffee business, so I'm sure you have thoughts.
Oh yeah, it's actually the next. So they review they go into a meeting with the Durans. They're going to review the first draft of their ad. Don't do that, please. And Anna gets her drink. Apparently they just have like a coffee bar inside of the diamond store or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like, anything you want, we have.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So Anna orders a coffee and then she gets Sebastian's drink because she remembered it. And it's a chai, 3 pumps, light on water, no foam, 120 degrees. I'm like, who? What?
And goat milk. Goat milk, I think.
Was it goat milk?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Or was it oat milk, maybe?
Oh, maybe. But chai is tea. It's a type of tea. But if you're doing it with pumps, you're not putting water in it. And if you're doing it with water, you're not putting pumps in it. So I'm like, light on water? What are you talking about? And foam.
He just wants the chai.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't want it.
Like what? I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
So maybe they should just like run across the street to Starbucks. I mean, even at Starbucks, they would know. Like, what's a complicated drink order? Give that to me.
Yeah, give us a crazy drink that's actually a real thing.
Oh my gosh, I just thought that was really funny because it was a weird drink and also one that I would be so confused if somebody ordered that for me. I would not know what to make. Did you have something to say?
No.
Okay. So then we're going to go into this scene where Anna gets a dress.
Can we jump back? Just a minute to the meeting? Because again, Gabrielle is there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're very excited to present this idea about real couples getting engaged, American couples getting engaged in Paris. And the Durans say that they really like this idea. They like it, but there's just something missing. It needs to push the envelope just a little bit more. It needs to go a little further.
Something intimate is missing.
Yes. And they've just said that they like it. And Gabriel said, it looks like a home movie. It's very provincial, like cheap perfume hanging in the air. And I'm like, didn't they just say they liked it? That was so rude. And again, I wrote in my notes.
Ready? The models are waiting.
Yeah. And in my notes, again, I wrote, ugh, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
But they're going to work on it. They're going to workshop it and try to come up with something that's a little bit more intimate that really will speak to a lot of people. And then we go to the dress meeting, which I have many thoughts about this one.
Yes. And you can tell that just based on how this character presents himself, I can imagine the commercial in my head. It's going to be like a woman in a bathtub of diamonds or something, that's what his ad campaign is going to be. And it's not
with their champagne glass.
Yeah. They're trying to sell engagement rings to like real people who are actually going to buy them. So his campaign to me doesn't really make any sense, or at least the one I've made up in my head that going to pitch to them.
Yeah, he never actually pitches anything.
No, he never
just sits there in judgment on Anna and Sebastian.
We have models and lighting, and we're ready.
Yeah,
no worries. So the next thing we're going to go to is that they have this big gala that the Durans are putting on, and this is where the new ad campaign is going to be presented. So Anna and Sebastian are going to stay on for this gala, even though they were planning to go home.
The dress store is actually really pretty.
Yes. They go to a dress store. Sebastian surprises her because his parents own this store, so she can have whatever she wants.
Yeah. And Anna's silver dress for the gala is actually really pretty.
Yes, it is.
And the necklace that she gets, that Sebastian puts in her.
Yes.
Is beautiful.
Yes.
I'm going to be the opposing view on the dress. I did not like it at all.
You didn't?
I thought it was ill-fitting. She's so tiny that I felt like it was so much fabric for her, the bodice particularly. And then the sides were short, but then it had all this flowy fabric. So it was just a lot of dress for her tiny frame. Maybe somebody taller, but I just didn't feel like it was. A lot of the dresses she tried on, I felt like she was swimming in. They had kind of this little pretty woman montage where she's trying on all these different dresses, but she's so itty bitty. I felt like that's too big. That's too big. So they weren't really flattering on her.
Well, and I watched a Facebook Live with Nicholas Bishop and Alexa Penavega, and they said that for that little montage scene, literally Jessica Harmon just had them set up a camera right there, and she just tried on dresses in real time, and they bantered back and forth and chit-chatted.
Like a timer.
Yeah, and then they just sped it up and cut out some.
That's cute.
So it wasn't actually like a truly scripted scene because they were just kind of playing, which I thought was fun. But the one thing that I noticed in that scene is that the dresses that she was trying on were not fancy enough for a gala.
Not gala dresses, no.
No, she's trying on a lot of like little short, like
cocktail
dresses. And like it wasn't super fancy, but I loved that scene. And then it ends with their first kiss, which that first kiss scene, chef's kiss, loved it. Amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't see
it. You didn't have to wait till the end of the movie for the kiss.
No. Yeah.
You didn't have to wait.
Yep.
It was just like 30 minutes left of the movie.
Yeah. Yep. And usually we don't get those like behind the shoulder kisses in Hallmark movies. It's usually straight on, they're like,
it's usually at the end.
Yeah. Or somebody fell into someone's arms or, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Fell into someone's lips.
Yes. Yes. But this was the one fashion moment I did not care for. The dress that she was wearing when they went to the department store. It was like a black fitted knee-length dress with the white stripes. It felt like like a early 2000s businesswoman.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
But I did love the black and white with the rosebud on the front.
Yes.
It's almost like a light knit sweater dress. It's so cute. Pleated, I think. Yeah, that was cute.
So cute. Yeah. So Anna and Sebastian, they come up with the idea to make the Durans the center of this campaign.
Gala.
As, they're going to present it at the gala. But that's what they're going to do in order to make the campaign more intimate, is they're going to make their love story part of the campaign. They present this idea to the Durans. They love it. And like you said, they plan to reveal the campaign at the gala.
I just want to say it's so sweet that they got like wedding bands and engraved with their names.
Yes.
Yeah,
that hasn't happened quite yet, but yes, that is very sweet. Yep, I agree. So another scene that like pushed the envelope a little for Hallmark was Anna's getting ready for the gala. And throughout the whole movie, we've seen that she's very annoyed that Sebastian leaves towels on the ground. He's messy. She's annoyed by it.
Yeah, his feet are so hairy.
I didn't notice that.
She's doing her makeup. She's got her hair done. She's just in a towel.
Yeah.
And she just gets this like mischievous look on her face. And then she just drops the towel on the ground.
Yeah.
And you can tell that she's supposed to be nude. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that.
No. Scandalous.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a very cute moment. It was funny.
It was like it's cute the way they did that.
Yeah. Yep.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
It didn't have to show anything. It just, it gave you a little glimpse of how their relationship is changing, and the playful banter is kind of amping up. And
and she's like, oh, maybe it would be fun to drop a towel on the ground.
Yeah, it would be fun.
So I thought that was very cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
And so next, we didn't even talk about the rosé diamond, but she gets to wear the rosé diamond.
The diamond ring, it's beautiful, and it's like Anna gets to wear
pink.
So pretty on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
So they matched so well with the dress and the necklace.
Yes. Yep. So they come to the room to bring her this ring, this gigantic rock to wear.
Yeah, like put a gigantic rock on my finger.
Yes.
Like add like this big.
With 2 security guards.
2 security guards that have to follow her around all night long.
Because they have to protect the ring.
Mm-hmm. And
because it's worth like $1 million, right?
That is when they
or maybe even more than that. Yeah,
yeah,
Maybe
probably
more
like
than that.
2 million.
Yeah,
and this is where they get the bands engraved. With.
Yeah, the Durands.
Yeah,
give them wedding bands.
Yeah, isn't her name Marianne?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is where Anna's guilt comes back all over again because she's been gifted these beautiful wedding bands and they are not even married.
Yep.
So, bummer there.
I just wanted to say, I love Caroline's gold dress, their boss's gold dress. It's just pretty.
She's going to show up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty. So like Felicity said, unfortunately, Caroline, who is the boss of Anna and Sebastian, has decided that Paris looks too fun to miss. So
she comes there.
Yeah, she's gonna crash the gala. Well, not really crash. I'm sure she would.
She's gonna invite herself.
Yes, come to the gala. Anna and Sebastian had no idea she was coming.
Yeah.
And
Same with Anna.
They realize that their little ruse may be up soon because
the jig is up.
Ross knows that they're not married.
Yeah. It's gonna be really weird once they say that they're not married.
And you know that Gabrielle is going to insert himself into this scenario because I think he suspects that something's up, but he doesn't know.
Yeah. He's trying to find something, that's for sure.
He's trying to find out if they're real or not real.
Yeah.
Which they are not real.
So the presentation of the new campaign or the sneak peek of the new campaign goes really well. Everybody loves it. It's very sweet. But then it is revealed that they are not actually married.
Yeah, Anna is too guilty.
She's too guilty.
Yep, and they both get fired.
Yep, they both get fired. Gabrielle figures out that they're not married from Caroline because Caroline doesn't know that they've made up this lie. Really, they should have pulled Caroline aside and been like, hey, we told them.
Exactly. That's what I was saying while I was watching this.
Yeah.
You got to go tell her
that we're married, okay?
And they get fired for lying.
Yep, they get fired from the job.
Yep.
Or the client, and they get fired from their job.
From their boss.
Well, because Gabrielle decides this would be a great time to pull them up in front of everyone and say, congratulations, it's your 1-year anniversary, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and that's when Anna's guilt really kicks in.
I don't like him.
He's a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Yeah, he's doing that on purpose, right? He knows that they're not married.
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
knows
let
that.
me make them admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the short film that they created together is actually really cute.
The short film?
Yeah, the one that they make together.
Yes, it was very
it was very sweet the way they highlighted the Duran story because they are the diamond business, right? They've been doing this for decades. And so it was really, really a sweet way to start the ad campaign with their own personal story.
When Harry met Sally.
Yes, that's what I was thinking while I was watching it too.
Yeah, for sure. So Anna is sadly devastated and she's very angry with Sebastian. She blames him even though she's a grown-up adult.
Yeah.
So went along with it.
Who also told them not married?
I don't know. She got so mad at him.
Yeah.
And she was playing along the whole time.
Yeah. So, but we think we're going to get the typical I'm mad at you, but then I realize I love you montage.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Well, we normally get that in a Hallmark movie. The wandering down the street crying or sitting in a cafe staring out the window or something like that. And then you suddenly realize that you love this person. But they actually each came to their conclusion that they loved the other on their own by talking to their friends, by kind of mending fences. Anna went to Sebastian's parents to apologize for what had happened. They really tried to tie up the ending a little bit more, I think, than just like, we love each other, let's kiss, which was nice. And her friend Lily, did you write anything down about her friend Lily?
Yeah.
Okay.
One part. So there's this one part that is actually really funny. So when Lily, she grabbed
I know what you're talking about.
a bucket of water and pours it on Gabrielle on purpose. And it says, oops, I'm sorry.
Well, because Gabrielle said to her, did Anna hire you to be her best friend? And that's when she got mad and grabbed the whatever it was of water and dumped it on him. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
but she did. she gave Anna some really good advice. Because Anna confided in her and told her what was going on. And Lily said, mistakes are sometimes little blessings. And so that got her to think, okay, what can I learn from this? And what do I really want out of this? Because Sebastian's already told her it wasn't a lie for me. It was real.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they've come to their own conclusions that they love each other. And we've got Sebastian just kind of wandering around on the Alexander Twa Bridge. And, magically, Anna knows where he is and she finds
him. They happen to be in the same place.
I love the bridge that Anna walks on. It's so pretty. I want to go there, actually.
It's beautiful. I don't think I'd ever heard of it before. I've probably seen it.
I haven't either.
It looks great to go.
Yeah. So they find each other, they kiss.
Yeah.
And they say, I love you. Let's start our own ad agency.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And scene.
Yeah. Since we got fired, so we don't really have another choice.
Skip to the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we skipped to 1 year later. Do you have something to say before we skip forward?
No. But the 1 year later, before Sebastian proposes, is I love Anna's floral pink dress. I just have to say that it's so pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. I want it.
Yep. And he proposes to her using the cliche proposal that they had talked about.
And you know what's funny? What's funny about it? It's funny when Sebastian says, you make me want to be a butterman.
Yes. You make me want to be a butterman.
Yeah, because he presents her with this box first. And it's actually macarons that he gives her.
Yeah,
it's not a ring. But they said macaroons instead of macarons. And it's actually macarons.
Yeah.
Because macaroons are different.
That's not France. That's not France.
Not French.
Or France.
And then she gets the beret after.
Yeah.
And then the
pink beret.
And then the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's so sweet when Sebastian asks Anna to marry her.
Yep. And then we get
the short film. Yeah, them talking about their marriage.
Yeah. So the idea, I think, is that they're the next couple, right? That's going to be featured in the Diamond ad campaign.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it ends. And I loved that. I thought that was so cute. Obviously, they do that on When Harry Met Sally. They do that at the end of the proposal where they're bantering back and forth. And I love it. I think there were a lot of pieces of this movie that reminded me of the proposal.
Yeah, it's so great. It's great. I love the movie.
You love the movie?
Yeah.
Good. And that's where we end.
Yep, proposal.
Yes. I'd kind of like a sequel.
Yeah.
A Paris wedding?
Yeah. Paris wedding.
A Paris marriage, maybe?
A Paris marriage? Yeah. Paris with some kids? I don't know. So that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
3 mimes and a baby? I don't know.
I did not get very many behind the scenes details. They did talk about filming in Paris and how beautiful it was. I did find out that Alexa Penavega does not like ice cream.
What?
Yeah.
Oh and my God, we just said that.
When Nicholas Bishop heard that, he goes, I'm sorry for you.
Like, I was actually about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for her.
Yep. She doesn't like ice cream.
How?
I like ice cream. It's not my favorite because it leaves a milky taste, aftertaste on the roof of your mouth. I like froyo better, but I don't dislike ice cream. Put a bunch of hot fudge and some sprinkles. Yeah, that's good. Gelato.
What is it called? Gelato.
Gelato, yeah.
Gelato's good.
Like I said earlier, I really want to highlight the costume designer for this movie, Olga Mekikchiva, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. All the outfits were incredible. The styling was wonderful. Like you said, the pink jacket and the pumps were great. The striped top and skirt with the flower.
That was amazing.
Oh, was that a 2-piece? I couldn't tell if that was a dress or a 2-piece.
Yeah, it was
2 pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so pretty.
But it was also worn by Carrie on Sex and the City in the exact same manner when she went to Paris. So it's a very Parisian outfit. Of course, she had a big giant fascinator on too.
Oh, sure.
More Carrie-ish. But I thought that was an interesting little tidbit. And I loved the continuity of wearing the same jacket through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Made me so happy.
It looks, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Her suits are really pretty.
Well, because so many times we see these movies where maybe they've traveled to a ski lodge and they have like 6 different puffer jackets. Who has room in their luggage for that?
Yeah.
Plus a couple of tweed ones too.
Yeah.
How much luggage are you bringing? So yeah, I agree.
It made
So
sense. They were planning to go there for what, 4 days? Like, yeah, you would only
it
bring
wasn't long.
Yeah.
The one other thing that I thought was a miss was the very end. She's got the nice fitted white slacks on and just a basic top, but those clunky brown suede shoes that she wore with it. I don't know if you noticed. In the very last,
I don't think I noticed those.
when she was walking on the bridge. It just, the shoes weren't bad, but they were bad for the outfit, I thought. I don't know
Okay.
where they went.
I just want to say that in the start of like the first 30 or 40 minutes of the movie,
Yeah.
I realized not realized, the hotels and the jewelry stores are way too fancy for me.
See, for you, you like a more casual. Yeah.
It looked like fancy from the 90s. It's like to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Of like the showroom from the 90s.
A showroom from the 90s.
The showroom.
Welcome to Ashley
The 90s. You weren't even born.
The other outfit I really loved was the leather skirt and the silk blouse. Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh, that's so cute.
loved it. Loved it. So,
But
anyways,
let's face it, she can throw on yoga pants and a big schlumpy sweatshirt and she looks adorable.
Oh, yeah.
Like yoga pants and a crop top and she'll rock.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean that ballet movie that she was in, she wore athletic gear pretty much the whole movie. And
yeah, and I wanted everything.
Yeah. So cute.
I wanted it all.
Loved it.
I really want that floral dress.
I know. So many cute things. Well, do you guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay. It's called Put a Faux Ring on It. Okay. So I'm going to name a made-for-TV movie actor or actress, and you guys get to guess if they've starred in a movie with a fake marriage or if they have not. So if they have, then you say faux ring. If they have not, then you say no strings attached.
I don't know this, probably.
You can just guess. Take your best guess.
That's what I'll be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, no Googling.
No Googling. Yes. Okay. Step down. You don't need any more notes right now. Okay. First one. This is an easy one, guys. This is a gimme.
Okay.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Wait, what do you say?
What were the choices? Faux ring is
faux ring or no strings attached.
Okay, faux ring.
Faux ring is for it's fake.
Yeah.
She has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We know.
A couple of
Melissa
times.
Joan Hart has been in at least, My Fake Fiance is the first one where she is married. But then in the end, they're married for real. So yeah, it's fine.
Holiday in Handcuffs as well.
Yes. They're not married, but they pretend to be engaged. Okay, number 2, Erin Krakow.
No strings attached.
Faux ring.
Faux ring. She was in A Summer Romance where she pretended to be married. Number 3, Cindy Busby.
Faux ring.
I'm not sure who she is. I'm going to say no strings.
Ring. I'm guessing.
Faux ring. She's in the wedding arrangement. Cindy Busby is the one who's in the new season of When Hope Calls, the blonde.
I'm waiting for her.
I have not watched When Hope Calls yet. So
she's in a lot of. You'd recognize her if you saw her, for sure.
I'm waiting for the new season of Stranger Things.
I know.
Felicity's winning this game.
Number 4, Lacey Chabert.
No strings attached.
Let's say no strings attached.
Correct. No strings attached. Number 5, Tyler Hines.
No strings attached.
No strings attached. He has been in a movie where he's pretended to be in a relationship, but not pretended to be married.
Okay.
And the one where he pretends to be in a relationship is with Bethany Joy Lenz, and it's great. I forget what it's called, but it's really good. Excuse me.
Is that before the beard?
Was that before the beard? We don't know. There's 2 periods of time before the beard.
BB, Tyler Hines BB, and Tyler Hines AB. We prefer the latter.
I can't see you.
Well, I'm trying to hide this.
Okay.
Sister. Okay, next one. Rachel Boston.
Faux ring.
Yes. The engagement plot. I think there's some others for her too, but that's one that I found. And the last one, Christopher Palaha.
No strings attached.
So great.
You were right. No strings attached.
You're the winner.
Win.
Bragging rights.
Yep.
Here on Live on the Pod. Oh my gosh, that is such a cute dog. The numbers are walking. Okay.
I win.
Okay, so the next segment is where we rate this movie out of 5. And we are going to use diamonds as our rating system today. So
Okay.
Like 4.
how do you rate it? 1 to 5 diamonds. So
I'm going to say I think that they had great chemistry between Anna and Sebastian. All the casting was really great. The landscape, the background, the on location really felt like they were on location. The scenes went seamlessly, like we talked about before, from, the funny banter to the more serious stuff. Everything just kind of flowed very nicely. The relationship development was believable. And I love that, they didn't share the kiss on the bridge and then immediately get engaged. It was a whole year before they had a proposal, which was much more of a realistic timeline. And it wasn't like, so many, it's like after a week they get engaged and you don't even know me. You don't know if I leave my towels on the floor or if, I'm a terrible driver or, I eat crackers in bed, whatever. I loved the timeline. So I'm going to give it 4 3/4 diamonds.
Okay, my turn.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so the casting was great.
Mm-hmm.
The stylist, the outfits, the cast, I already said that.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they filmed most of it in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to rate it 4.9 probably. 4.9.
4.9?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You enjoy it.
I'm going to echo all those things and also add in, like we talked about before, the cinematography I think was great. The director really knew what she was doing. I felt like the writing was good. And that was one thing that Alexa and Nicholas had talked about, is that they were still kind of adjusting and writing the script on the plane on the way there. And so I think it was cool to hear them talk about how the writer and the director were really open to suggestion, open to ideas so that they could be collaborative. And I think that always just puts out a better product when, more people can participate. So I think that's a cool piece of it. And I loved all the scenery. I love a broad movie. So I am also going to give this a 4.9.
Okay.
Mainly that 0.1 is because I didn't like that black and white dress.
The clunky shoes and the gala dress for me.
I personally don't like the clunky shoes, but I personally don't like her white blazer with her hair like slit back and a start.
Yeah, you like the more soft side of her.
Yeah, I like the floral dress and the pink blazer.
Yeah,
and like the other color of her blazer. Yeah, the white one I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I think there was just enough funny versus serious.
Yeah,
and
versus romance and that else.
Yeah, and the villain was just villainous enough. It wasn't. You didn't have to have a huge. I mean, the conflict was that they had lied. It wasn't the villain
like
coming
a Disney
in.
villain, not like something like that.
Right. No Disney villains. No magic spells. No boyfriend coming back to try to reclaim his lost love.
Well, when she. At the very beginning, when she had said that she was there on her honeymoon.
Yeah.
And she thought she saw her ex.
She actually saw him.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, but it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't. They never picked that back up again. So
it was some random guy.
Yes, some random guy that she thought
was random guy. But I thought that's totally the direction it was going to go. That, he's here now and he's going to try to win her back. But no. And I'm glad because we've seen that enough.
Yeah, we don't need to see it.
And we'll see it again, I'm sure. But we'll talk about that.
All right. So next week, I have no idea what we're talking about because I haven't chosen a movie yet. Yeah. So
wait, can I be on here again?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to talk. Depends on if you want to watch some more movies.
Yeah. Hallmark has a bunch of new movies coming out in May, but maybe I'll do one of the Hearts Around the Table movies that have come out this month because GAC doesn't have anything new coming out right now. So
there's one that I want to talk about eventually. It's called Someone Like You. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
the
a
Karen
Pure
Kingsbury.
Flix.
I want to watch it.
Yes, it's Karen Kingsbury, based on a Karen Kingsbury novel. The reviews that I've read on it are all over the place, so I really want to see it and see what I think of it. From just terrible to I loved it to everything in between. So that's one for the future.
Well, and MJH has a new Lifetime movie coming out soon too, if it isn't already out. The dance, it's like a dance mom one, I think, or cheerleading mom or something like that.
I love
Okay.
dance.
So yeah, we might as well throw in the murder movies while Danny's not here. 'Cause she doesn't
That's
like
true.
I
'Cause those
love
are not
dance.
her thing. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen, and it would be a fun game to do maybe a name the network that the dialogue came from. Did this line come from Netflix or GAC
Good
or
idea.
Lifetime?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I did watch a Netflix movie. Shoot. The Life List, I think it's called.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
It's very good. So
Is it?
give it a watch if you
Okay.
have a chance. It's really
Who's
cute.
in it?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. She has
Okay.
dark hair, but it's really good. The premise is that her mom is ill. This young woman she made a list at, I think, age 13 of all the things she wants to accomplish before she dies or sometime within her life. And the mom saved that list and she has tasked her with fulfilling all of these before she gets her inheritance. And so it's really cute. And it's, it's another one of those kind of predictable ones, but it's very cute.
Cool. Okay. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
So your guess is as good as mine, friends, about what we're going to be watching next week. But we'll
Send
let you
in your
know.
Yeah.
recommendations.
You have a recommendation? I just feel like if I watch one Hearts Around the Table, I got to watch them all.
Mhm.
And there's 4. So it's a big commitment to watch them all. And honestly, the reviews have not been about those movies. So I'm not really like excited about watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, sometimes
Well,
I have a different thought on it. On what
maybe
other
we talk about one of the new Hallmark reality shows or something coming up too.
Yeah, Luke McFarlane has that one that I haven't watched yet. And
I haven't either.
Connie Britton has a new one coming out too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Mamahood or Mama something about moms.
Dance.
No, it's
not Dance Moms.
All right. So be sure to follow us on Instagram at Love on the Pod and share and YouTube. Yep. And sure, you can follow us on Facebook if you want to. Yeah. If you want to see video of this recording, you can go to YouTube and watch it in real time. See our faces. Sometimes I even add pictures. And share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. .com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes.
Okay. If you love this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly.
Great. So whether you're lying about being married
or wearing the rosé diamond,
we hope you visit Paris very soon.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us, Felicity.
Thanks.